Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another week of the EV Weekly Wrap. My name is Roland and I'm here to give you guys all of the EV news across Australia and a bit further on. So as you guys can see, here's all the brands that we're going to be talking about today. So without further ado, let's actually jump straight through. So first one's first, Australian news, Tesla Model Y, the Juniper Y. So congratulations to Paul Waters. That was one of the first posts that I've seen with the earliest date. So next week. So from next week onwards, we're going to see the new Juniper Model Ys on the roads. So Sydney, time to get excited, and I presume that that's also going to be applying to all of the other states in Australia. So if you guys are picking one up, a big congratulations in advance to you guys and enjoy the car. That's all the news for the Model Y. So exciting times ahead to see this new car on the road, and it'd be interesting to see how the sales go because you know, a lot of politics and all of that, but it's still a great car nonetheless. And then also interested to see how's the second-hand market or the used market going to behave with a whole wave or influx of people selling their existing Model Ys as well. Okay, let's keep moving on. So next one, we've got Hyundai N Rapid Charging Station. So the news here essentially is Hyundai have had a long-term partnership with Sydney Motorsport Park, or SMSP. It's part of a 5-year partnership, and they've got the whole freshly branded, as you can see there, all Hyundai and I guess blue coloured, painted all over the shot. So you can see there, it looks pretty good. So how many chargers are there? So there are a total of 4 chargers, so 2 stores with 2 chargers on each side. And 150 kilowatt DC chargers, so nothing faster, just 150 kilowatts, and they are pretty much available to any type of car that has the CCS2 port. Now, if you guys have been here before, those are actually the EV chargers, as in EVIE. I don't know specifically how that's going to work now. If they are specifically branded Hyundai, I'm hoping that you don't need another app, because when I checked on the EV app, I actually couldn't see that charger anymore. So I actually don't know what's happened to that. So if you guys know, or if you guys have gone there over the past couple of days or over the past week since that's opened up, drop in the comments below. Let everyone know, because I haven't had the chance to go out there yet, and I'd be keen to check it out and potentially charge my car there if we're ever doing another racetrack day. But yeah, pause the screen there if you guys want to see the comments there from the CEO Glenn Matthews from the ARDC, which is the Australian Racing Drivers Club. Okay, enough of the electric vehicle rapid charging station. Next, we still have Hyundai news, and still on Hyundai IONIQ 5N, but this time it's a recall. So you can see over here the defects. So due to a software issue under certain driving conditions, the IEB system may affect hydraulic pressure within the anti-lock braking system. If this occurs, it could reduce braking performance and lead to longer stopping distances. So 307 units impacted, which are all from 2023. I will put a link to the recalls or the VIN list and the recall website in the description, so make sure you click that if you guys have an IONIQ 5N. So it states there very, very clearly, consumers should contact Hyundai to schedule an appointment to update the software, or revised software can be applied, and free of charge, of course, because it's a part of the recall. So good to see, get it done, call it a day. Okay, let's keep moving on. So this one, I am not a truck expert at all, but it's an EV. And it's not the first truck that's an EV that's been ADR approved. We do have quite a few trucks that are EVs already in today. I think I've seen IKEA trucks and even Woolworth vans or trucks that are EVs as well. Anyways, so this is the Scania NG G Series BEV in 3-axle form. 500 kilowatts of power, 624 kilowatt hour lithium-ion prismatic battery. I'm not even familiar with that battery technology, but it sounds pretty cool. Now, as I said, I am no truck expert, so the only thing that I can see in terms of differences between these 3 variations, or these 3 variants, is pretty much at the top. So you'll see this is a 6x2 BEV, which says down the bottom here, single front axle 2 tyres, tandem rear axles 4 tyres each. This one is a 6x2 times 4 perhaps, which is again single front axle, 2 tires, tandem rear axles as well. One with 2 tires though, and the other with 4. And then this one up here is a 6x4 only, and it says here tandem rear axles, 4 tires each. That's literally all the information we have. We don't have any indication of potential range. We've just got the weight. So truck experts, feel free to chime in, drop your comments in the comments section below. And that is it for Scania. Okay, so let's talk all things MG S5 EV. So this is the new car. This is the new car that is coming to replace the ZS EV. That's a tongue twister. And it's got a crazy good price. Look at that. These are drive away prices. Can you believe it? So just above $40,000 you can get in one. And top spec just under $48,000. And you can see here, to further incentivize early sales, MG are throwing in a free 7 kilowatt MG charge hub valued at $1,199 for the first 500 customers who place a refundable deposit at their local dealership. And the fantastic thing is, deliveries commence next month. So it's not even a couple of month wait, it's not even a 6-month wait. It's happening next month, so just a few weeks away. Now, for simplicity's sake, pause the screen if you guys want to look at all of the specs in more detail. However, let me break it down very simply to you guys. If you guys are interested in this car and you want to understand how to, I guess, break this down and work out the differences. So the long story short is, there are 2 key battery sizes, which is a 49 kilowatt hour and a 62 kilowatt hour battery. The respective DC maximum charge rates are over here, 120 and 150. And then there are 2 trim differences, which is the Excite and the Essence. So first of all, you need to decide how big a battery do you want. Based on the battery size, you do have a different charge or maximum DC charge speed. And then in terms of the trim, so if you guys are okay only and you want the bare minimum and you want everything here on the left hand side, then you guys can get the Excite trim. If you guys want anything else on the right hand side over here, you want the Essence trim. And so if you want every single thing for this car, you're paying just under $48,000 roughly, drive away. So there you have it. What do you guys think? Are you guys going to put an order in? And then if you're comparing with some of the other recently announced cars, you've got the Leapmotor C10, Kia EV3, all of those prices or base pricing is actually more than the top spec of this car. So that goes to show how well priced this car actually is. And don't forget, you also get MG's 10-year 250,000 kilometer warranty. Anyways, enough of that, let's keep moving on. Okay, so Chery, they basically confirmed that their brand called iCaur is coming to Australia. So there's no specific launch timing confirmed, so we have no idea when it's going to come, but we do know that it's coming. And due to legal reasons or trademark dispute reasons, they're actually adding the letter U there. So probably going to sound something along the lines, as I said, iCaur. Anyways, besides the point, what are we looking at? We're looking at 3 key cars. So the first one we're looking at here is the iCaur 03 down here, and that's a single motor rear-wheel drive. There's also a dual motor all-wheel drive one as well. 69.7 kilowatt hour battery. It also has solar panels on the roof. Looks very much like a Jeep. Then you've got the iCaur 03T over here, which is, I guess, upgraded mechanicals. It looks a bit better in terms of styling. Vertical LED lighting over here. You've got extra off-road equipment somewhere. Now, I don't have a picture of the side and the back, but this pretty much looks like the Land Rover Defender. So if you guys know what that looks like, this pretty much looks exactly like that. And then you've got the iCaur V23, which at entry level has the specs are up here on the top right. And you've also got the V23S, which is a flagship. So bigger battery, faster car, more range obviously as well. So as I said, this brand is coming to Australia. It's going to be called iCaur, not iCaur, and we don't know when. So that's it from Chery. Okay, sticking with the C theme, Cadillac LYRIQ. So what's news that we've got on Cadillac this week? two key things. We have pricing and power update. So you're going to pay more, but you're also going to get more power. So how much more do you ask? Right here in the middle of the screen, prices have gone up by $5,000. So now we're looking at $122,000 before on-road costs for the luxury, and then $124,000 plus on-road costs for the sport. Now in terms of the power increase, how much power are we talking about? We are going from 373 to 388 kilowatts. That is literally all of the change. Now I have seen one or two of these cars on the roads. Now I don't know if they were press vehicles or not, but they definitely strike a big presence. They're a unique looking car, and yeah, hopefully they'll do well over here, being a full EV brand. We'll just have to see. Have you guys got one on order? Be keen to hear from you. Drop it in the comments below. And the one thing that I really do like about this car, that we haven't got too many that can do this, is a maximum AC charge rate of 22 kilowatts. That's pretty impressive. Obviously that would be at 3-phase, and there's a whole argument between the what do you need versus what do you use, but you know what, if the car can do it, that's amazing. Okay, let's keep moving on. So let's talk about something even more expensive than this Cadillac LYRIQ. We are talking the Renault 5 Turbo 3E. So Renault has actually confirmed that the first 500 examples have already sold out within the first 48 hours, and they're about to, actually, it's May at the moment, so they have already gone through the second round of 500. So that means 1,000 of them have pretty much gone. In terms of total number, they're doing 1,980 examples, so that's pretty much just over half that have been already allocated. In terms of the when, they're saying first customer deliveries in 2027, so we're still a while away. Now, it says over here, Australian pricing can't be determined with a simple currency conversion, as it doesn't take into account the additional taxes and import duties, as you can see over here. So taking all of that into account, if it was going to be at the amount that they're saying it's going to be at, you're looking at a price tag of over $300,000. That is an insane amount of car, but look at it. It does look good, I'm not going to deny that, but is it $300,000 good? I don't know. It sounds like it's purely a numbers game and investors have just snapped it up. Anyways, it is what it is, and if we ever see it here, we'll make sure that we head out and we try to get some pictures and videos for you guys. Anyways, that is the Renault 5 Turbo 3E. Let's keep moving on. So I've got some news for Leapmotor C10. So there is already a new model that's been updated in China. So what do you get? You basically get improved powertrain, more power, and a couple of other additional goodies. So I've literally listed everything I could find over here, and you also do get a new purple body color option, which is this top one over here. So where's the differences? So the bottom two pictures here are from the Leapmotor C10 today. This top one is the new one that I've taken off the Car News China website. So some of the key differences you can see here, you're moving from 400 to 800 volt architecture, you've got another 50 kilowatts. The car is faster, moves from 7.3 seconds down to 5.9, which is actually quite a big achievement. You've got an updated processor over here, and then besides the new purple body color option, you've got electrically powered door handles and a 50-watt wireless charging pad. That's it. We have no indication of pricing. We don't know if this car is going to end up in Australia, or if they're going to keep, I guess, separate models between China and Australia or anything like that, but that's Leapmotor C10, guys. Okay, next let's talk about some battery tech. So this was all announced recently at the Shanghai Auto Show. So what are we looking at? Three key innovations. You've got a 1,500 kilometer battery, so it's called the Freevoy dual power battery, dual core architecture, and yeah, 1,500 on a single charge, or 932 miles. That's pretty much range extending EVs, or it's some really big diesel cars, or it's hybrids. So that is an insane amount. Now the next thing that they've got over here is down over here. The new second generation battery offers 800 kilometers of range, features peak charging rate approaching 12C with maximum charging power exceeding 1.3 megawatts. That means roughly 520 kilometers in 5 minutes. Our cars don't even, a majority of the EVs don't even do 500 kilometers these days. And so imagine being able to charge that much worth in 5 minutes. Astounding. Anyway, and the third one is here on the right. I've got the two pictures over here. So it's the industry's first mass production sodium-ion battery unaffected by cold weather. And it's due for mass production in December this year. So you can see over here it's able to maintain 120 kilometer per hour high speed at 10% low state of charge. And the most significant key change, or what they've demonstrated in terms of this rigorous testing, is that it's including multi-sided compression, needle penetration, electric drill penetration, and battery sawing, all without fire or explosion for this sodium technology. That's absolutely amazing. Anyways, that's all the news on CATL, so let's keep moving on. This is the last one for the evening. We're talking megawatt. So we're not talking kilowatts anymore. In Australia, I know we're still talking kilowatts. We've got 350 kilowatts as, I guess, the most powerful or highest powered chargers today. China's in megawatts. They've left kilowatts behind. They are in the thousands right now. So this one here is essentially saying the new 1000 kilowatt chargers are out. BYD have released it. It's live. And so this store in particular has three twin plug charging stores, which are essentially for the latest BYD Han L sedan and Tang L SUVs. So I showed you guys these two cars a couple of weeks ago, and they were the ones where you need the dual gun. So you'd have to pretty much go to a specific charging station. So as you saw this third point over here, there's three charging stores somewhere here, potentially this one over here, and you'll need to use two charging guns, plug it into the car, you'll get your 1000 kilowatt or 1 megawatt charging speeds, and be done in a lot faster time than everyone else. And yeah, that's basically it. So China's live with megawatt chargers. That's the summary. Absolutely amazing. And so that's all the news on BYD. They're going into the megawatt territory now, whilst we're still in kilowatts. Anyways, we don't even have any cars that can support it at the moment anyway, so doesn't really matter too much. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the news. If you guys have stayed for the entire thing, as always, thank you so much for your support. Absolutely love that you guys enjoy watching these. Make sure you give the video a like, subscribe for more content, and that's about it. Have a good weekend. We'll see you soon for more content. Take care.